Hello and welcome. In my spare time, I've watched other YouTubers rank all Destiny 2 raids from worst to best, and every time I watch, I have a problem. Every single raid has multiple encounters. Shocker, right? But my point is, not all the encounters in every raid is the same level of fun. They put a raid at the bottom even though one of the encounters might be super fun. So I've come to fix the wrongdoing of my predecessors, and instead of ranking every raid, I'll be ranking every raid encounter from worst to best. For those impatient few, I've put the timestamp of the top 5 in the description below so you can get right to saying why you think every one of them is wrong. Also, I had to do every raid to get the footage from each encounter, so even if this is a ranked video, I still had to put work in. With that out of the way, let's get going. At number 30, and my least favorite encounter in all of Destiny 2 is the Spire of Stars jumping puzzle. The layout of this puzzle is boring, and there is no puzzle, it's just jumping. The scenery is bland, and you have to move a stupid ball, which just adds to the annoyance. It's easy, annoying, tedious, and it's terrible. At number 29, we have, please don't click off the video, the Garden of Salvation boss. This is where I have to ask the question, how do I rate the encounters? Spire Boss, for example, is super hard to teach people, and it's hard with people who don't know what to do, whilst it's easy for veterans. What about glitches and bugs? Well, I'm incorporating both experienced players and newcomers, and how their experiences in each encounter vary, and also creativity and the style of the encounters. Now, the boss, it's a massive Minotaur, totally not like we've seen that before. Then we have people who go play Gambit, the worst mode in human history, and then we have the builders. The builders have the easiest job, but no matter how many times we do this raid, there are always so many annoying holes in the arena when we're doing damage. The mechanic isn't fun, isn't interesting, it isn't innovating, it's annoying. Also, the bug when you're standing about 6 feet away when it disappears, but you still die, that's super annoying. Now, people running Gambit, it's random whether you get room for error or not, depending on if hobgoblins spawn. Also, modes can fall off, modes can disappear because teammates kill ads while picking up modes, and then no one puts you back. Also, no one kills the darn Cyclopses that spawn. Also, damage phase. The tether to the boss is always screwed by someone standing too close, and even when you get to damage, it feels like all weapons are useless. Overall, this encounter is tedious, buggy, and not very fun. At 28, we have the first encounter of the Spire Stars raid. There's almost no measurable way of seeing how far you are into the encounter, other than the fact that, seemingly out of nowhere, the shield to the cauldron opens up. It's super quick, super easy, no creativity, and it's not fun. At 27, the one, the only Vault. Now, don't get me wrong, I admire the 14 plus hours it took teams to figure out this encounter on the first try. This creativity of this encounter is easily top 5, but it just takes too long. It definitely is a one-time encounter, because after the first completion, it just gets tedious. But this encounter, unlike any I've done before, was the one where I was like, this is just too hard to complete when I first did it. It seemed like an unclimbable mountain at first, and after summoning it and then coming to the boss, it felt amazing. But every time since, it was just tedious. At number 26, we have the Crown of Sorrows jumping puzzle. This encounter is kind of fun, kind of laid back as well. So laid back that no one even tries, and somehow you still get through. You don't wipe, doesn't matter if you die, nearly impossible to fall. It's so laid back, it's boring. At number 5, we have the Crown of Sorrows first encounter. One word, tedious. Number 24, we have Morgoth. Trying to explain this encounter is harder than just telling people exactly what to do. That's how boring this encounter is. Newbies can't comprehend Taken Strength, and with people who know what to do, it's done the exact same way every single time. It's super boring, and the only reason it's higher than the previous ones is because it has boss DPS, which can be done in 3 separate ways: grenade launchers, snipers, or sword/shotguns. At number 23, we have the Garden of Salvation's second encounter. It's easy for first plate and second plate and 1-2 runner and third plate. Then it's super hard for 3-4 runner and fourth plate. After that, it's just the same thing over and over and over again until that wall drops, and then it's just super easy from then on. It's only fun for the runners. Everyone else just sits in the same place, never moves, and is super bored. At number 22, we have baths. This is the first encounter of this list that I actually don't mind doing. It's like the previous encounter, just everyone moves. The only thing that's lackluster is when you go to the mill for damage, you're shooting lanterns. Boring old lanterns. Not even like King's Fall lanterns that swing, just lanterns. Don't move, look boring, and it's super easy. though I do enjoy the first half of this encounter. Number 21, we have the third encounter of the Scourge of the Pass raid. Going underground is fun. Shooting the tanks is fun. Everyone above ground is bored. And if you don't one-phase it, it just gets boring. Though overall, I do enjoy this encounter. At number 20, we have dogs. Nowadays, where you can just get a one stack and then murder the dogs, it's kind of fun. But back in the day, when you do multiple phases, don't get me wrong, it's cool sneaking past lurking dogs with laser crystals, but it's kind of boring and tedious. Like I said, it's fun now. It just used to be boring, and that leaves a sour taste in my mouth whenever I think about this encounter. At number 19, we have Kali River Rapids. This is one of my favorite rides in Animal Kingdom. Oh, wait, wrong Kali. Let me start again. At number 18, we have Kali. This encounter is the first one on the list I actively enjoy. My only problem with this encounter is how do you damage her? Do you use sniper? It's super hard to hit her head. What about shotguns? Well, you get booped away. What about swords? Good damage, but she's kind of floating, so it's hard to hit her. Other than that, the encounter is fun, creative, and good. Next, we have the first encounter of Garden. It's like Castellum, but you actually do stuff. Kill ads, pick a barf, tether, and so on. Just before it gets boring, though, you're on to that mad dash to the end of the encounter, where there are all the Cyclopses, Minotaurs, and that really makes this encounter a good time. Number 17, we have the Eater of Worlds jumping puzzle. I know a lot of people hate this encounter, but it's fun, interesting, and a great time to have a chat with your friends. Also, at the end, when you just gotta kill all those enemies, it's also a great time to chat with a friend. It's not much of an encounter, just more of a conversation street. Number 16, we have the third encounter of Garden. Now, I'm usually on Eyes team, and for me, it's really fun. Shooting eyes, parkour, chasing the boss, great fun. Now, I've never done Gamma Team, so I can't say for sure, but Eyes team is very fun. This encounter is very fun, and the DPS portion is really fun. At number 15, we have Callus. Yes, yes, I know Void is glitchy ass. And I know Callus is super easy. And yes, I know you can two-man it, but it really is great fun. The fact that Callus, with his many attacks and throwing him, keeps you on your feet, the fast-paced silent killing, callouts, shooting on skulls, also how Callus makes you move during DPS is fun, and his final stand, though easy, is fun to do. Also, the reveal of him being a robot was insane the first time I completed this raid, and I'm sure you have to agree. At number 14, we have the Spider Stars first and second boss phase. First things first, these encounters are a pain to do with anyone who doesn't memorize them. There are 9 plates, 3 small, 4 big, and 2 that do nothing. Bunch of talking, bunch of orbs, and that's all part of the fun. The controlled chaos of these encounters is a blast. Also, the final stand with Valkyrie is great. I personally enjoy the second boss phase more than the first one, but it's up to personal opinion. At number 12, we have the Crown of Sorrows second boss phase. The fun thing about this encounter is the fact that you have to focus on so much all at once. Where the deception is, buff timer, crystal, hands, ogres, if anyone else needs a buff. Also, it's cool to have everyone doing their own thing, but you still have to be conscious of all the people around you. Then DPS always feels smooth, and half the time God on glitches, so you can just cheese it. Overall, it's super fun to do with a good team. At number 11, we have the Crown of Stars first boss phase. I know you're going to say, Alpha, first and second are basically the same. What do you mean first phase is better than second? Honestly, these two are super close. It's really just a matter of opinion. I like the DPS on the first phase more. I like the mechanic that goes in a circle. I like how the encounter gets progressively harder, and I like the feel of it more than the second phase. But like I said, it's really just a matter of opinion. Now, onto the top 10. These encounters represent the apex of fun, creativity, and challenge, and some of the best encounters in all of Destiny. At number 10, we have Argos second phase. What do I have to say? Runners have such a fun job. DPS is fun. Crit amps are fun. Then Argos does that weird thing and you shoot the crit spots. Fun, quick, agile. It's a great, fun encounter that I'll do if anyone asks. Number 9, my favorite Leviathan encounter, Gauntlet. I like how everyone has a job and everyone must know what to do, or you fail. I get annoyed with encounters such as third encounter and Scourge, where 3 people don't even have to do anything, but this encounter is different. This encounter is fun for both the runners and the play people. Runners have fast-paced, call-out, parkour type stuff. Play people have pairs that you have to work together with additional scions. My only beef with this encounter is that it gets kinda tedious, but overall, this encounter is great. Number 8, we have the Blueberry Killer, the Bane of Noobs. The why didn't you go on the plate, you donkey? Everyone get on the plate. Never mind it's a wipe, never mind it's not. Shuro Chi. Holy moly did I hate this encounter when I first did it. These plates were annoying. Her bumping was annoying. Every time we got to the third floor, we'd always wipe. But as time goes by, I enjoy this encounter more and more. The movement, added glare, multiple damage phases, the plates, symbols, that bloody parkour, the music, and even the third floor. It's fast-paced and fun if everyone knows what to do. Like Billy, it says know what to do. Can you read? Do you even have a mic, Billy? At number 7, we have Riven Cheese. Hold up. Give me a second. I'll come back to this in a bit. At number 6, we have the Insurrection Prime. This is really just a personal entry. I know the boss glitches. I know CAP is annoying. I know no one kills the bloody vandals on the top of the buildings, even though it's a job that good stuff people. I know it's basically the first encounter, but goodness how I love it. Sparing to the Berserker, killing it lightning quick, orb skating, banking, rushing back to the map, do the glitch, rush out again, bank again, slap him with the tank. Fast-paced, fun, creative, and CAP. Teaching CAP is one of my favorite things to do in any raid, because you know they're trying to have it make sense, but they can't. They wipe dude again, and something clicks. Clockwork emotion, and bam, crispy one phase, and everyone is happy. I can't express my love for this raid, and this encounter especially. At number 5, we have the first boss phase of Argos. Eater of Worlds. Number 4, Yep and yep. Again, the movement of this encounter is like no other. People move all over the place, frantically clicking, destroying crystals, running about, again, controlled chaos, and it's so fun. Also, it allows room for errors, a lot of them, and it's fun chilling back on such a fun encounter. At number 4, Scourge First Encounter. This encounter is fun, challenging at first, and most of all creative. First encounter where you could use sparrows. New enemy was introduced, the batteries, the washing machines. I don't like this encounter more than number 6 or number 5, but this encounter is definitely better. Number 3, we have the Scourge of the Past, Sparrow Encounter. When someone first told me that there was a Sparrow race game with Flaming Servitor, I laughed. I didn't think there would be something like that in a raid, but it was true. Talk about fast-paced on a bloody Sparrow. Also, talk about hero moments. Being the last one alive, servitor on your tail, and you make it. Not here being so quick you never even see the servitor, watching everyone else die. Also, the buttons add a great element of fun to this encounter. It's challenging, but it's the pinnacle of fun. In my original script, I didn't even add this. I didn't classify it as an encounter. But on further inspection, it definitely is. At number 2, Heart Run. Oh my giddy-ya. The feeling of this encounter is unlike any other. You just toppled the biggest challenge, Riven herself, and now you must kill her for good. Take its heart and hurry. Some of the best music in the game. And I don't know if you remember the first time you completed this, but I do, and it's one of the best memories of Destiny for me. Period. Now, on to number 1. I bet you haven't even completed it. It's Riven. Legit. Think of the most hectic encounter. Shirochi, Crown Boss, Spire. Imagine all of them times 10. There's so many mechanics to this encounter in the real form. It's just mind-boggling. Eyes, symbol, DPS, her attacking tentacles, her scabs, jumping puzzle, then finally come together for the final stand. The epicness of this encounter is unlike anything Destiny has ever done. I'm disappointed that it's so easy now, and that it's nowhere near what it used to be. But if it was near what it used to be, it'd be hard to get 1,000 voices. It is, in my opinion, the best encounter in Destiny 2, and maybe even the best encounter in any Destiny raid. Thank you so much for watching. Like always, I write scripts for each video, and this one has just reached about page 6. Also, to get the background video, I had to do every raid, so please leave a like if you enjoyed, because I really do put a lot of effort into these videos. Except for that one where I just went over the lore of Exotic Hunter, where that took like 2 hours. With that out of the way, subscribe if you want this to pop up on your subscription page, comment your favorite encounter, and I'll see you soon.